Mercy again, huh? Yep. So let's check in on the story and also see how to earn a full day's wage or just half day's work or maybe even an hour. Welcome everyone. A week after Jesus shares a story about unimaginable mercy, how a landowner forgives 150,000 years worth of debt, we now hear a story about God's generosity and God's inclusiveness in the kingdom. That's where Matthew brings us this week. So let's take a look.
Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. He went on again at noon, at 3, and then again at 5 o'clock. As evening came, he said to the foreman, "Summon the laborers and give them their pay, beginning with the last and ending with the first." On receiving their pay, the first ones hired grumbled against the landowner, saying, "These last ones work for only an hour, and you have made them equal to us?" Okay, so that's it. That's the flawed human nature coming out in this story. I'm not sure about the actual translation or how it was originally written, but it doesn't say they got more than us or it isn't fair. The text reads, "You have made them equal to us." I find this fascinating. And again, maybe this has to do with Matthew's audience being open to other nations who become Christians, but on an individual level, it certainly speaks to all our petty jealousies and protectionisms that often project insults or degrade others as a way of building ourselves up. This doesn't just happen in junior high or high school. It lingers into adulthood and pops up in various times in our lives, and we have to deal with it. Jesus offers a way in the story. "My friend," he says, "I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous?"
Pretty great, eh? What's the good news here? What do you think? Sure, the generosity of the landowner, but what about the fact that the landowner's going out? He's constantly going out in the morning and at noon, at 3, even in the 11th hour. That's good news. In fact, I think that's great news, that God is searching for us. Is it any wonder that sometimes we miss the point? Sometimes the message lies within. When I read the story, or when my students hear the story, we often get hung up on a gut level response of, "It's not fair. That's not right." So the good news is missed. It's not about offending someone. It's the fact that God is out there looking. He's searching. He keeps going out. That's the good news. That's the message in the story. That's the generosity and compassion and love.
Think about your child, if you're a parent. Wouldn't you want a God who is searching and calling out to them? Forever coming back at noon or 3 or even the last hour to invite them, your child, in? Sure, some of us grew up in a faithful family, practicing and participating in the church. It was a natural extension of our life at home. The schools, the community, the extended family support. And although we may have had odd questioning moments or mini rebellions, we may be the ones who were hired early in the morning in the story. Others may come to embrace their faith later in life, maybe once they get married or they have children, while others even later still. Am I jealous that I didn't party more or live a more rebellious life before getting hired, as it were? No, because that wasn't my way. And if we really look at those late hires, was their life any better or freer or richer? Or was there suffering somehow in their waywardness? Again, think about your child or a brother or sister. Don't you want them to come back, to get hired? Isn't that what Pope Francis is trying to encourage? A more open, welcoming, inclusive church? That field hospital metaphor he uses? A church that's truly Catholic, universal, of course, but also its second meaning, a gathering of the whole.
So the good news is that God is out there looking. He's searching for us, and that's the gift. That's the wonder of the whole thing. So may we be open to it anew this week. May we respond to that call and invitation. And may we have the grace to let go of some of the petty jealousies and comparisons and stuff that just gets in the way as we wrestle with the story and try to make it apply to our life. Hope you have a great week. Thanks for walking with me. Peace.